I'm the truth.
Wow, 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 wow. Occult Sunday service. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening to my people? My cosmic P pushers. Standing on principles. You standing on principles. Wow, 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 wow. What's happening, y'all? What's happening? What's happening? I'm just I'm just about to send you the link. You already here. Laughing. Just my for those that do know that I rap. ED past tense. That's my I got a song to the beat. My homie made it. He got killed a couple years ago. I'm like, damn, what beats can I start using as my intro around this motherfucker that I ain't gonna get flagged for copyright for? I bought that beat, paid for that beat. Even though that nigga was notorious for making beats and selling them 3-4 times to other niggas. But that's my beat. So that's gonna be the intro. That's gonna be that Cosmic P intro. Wow, 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 wow. Pockets in, fit out. I ain't gonna rap it though, but you know, hey, make something else, make some Cosmic P to that shit there. Peace, peace, everybody coming in. Hope you can vibe with the beat. Sunshine chick, what's happening? What's happening? I have a lag.
I'm the truth.
I have a lag. Can you be my friend? Well, I'm not accepting any friend applications. Not right now. We're not accepting any friend applications over here. Got all the friends I need. We don't do stragglers, all right? Like an echo. Hold up. What about now? We got 17 people here. There go to number 17. Again, how many times is that today? If y'all been watching my content, y'all know I've been keeping up with how many times I see the number 17. So that makes 21 today. Hey, let me know how the audio sound before I get to talking and going off on my rants. How does the audio sound, y'all? Anybody having a problem with the audio? Let me see them comments. Oh, I forgot to go live on Instagram. All right. I'm about to say grat. God damn, J Ball here. I know you a wordsmith with these words and definitions, but god damn, what the hell is grat? He been great. All right, y'all. So damn, yeah. Speaking of that, I totaled up how many times I've seen the number 17 in the past 2 weeks, ending at December 6th. December 6th made 2 weeks, 14 days. And here we go. 637 times. Check this out though, because my number is 717, right? 637 times. 6 plus 3 equals 6 plus 3 plus 7, 16. 6 plus 1 equals 7. And the crazy thing is, the first week of y'all seen it, I uploaded and showed y'all I seen it 205 times in 1 week. The first week. 5 plus 2 is 7. God damn it, now we got 7 people watching. I can't make this shit up. I can't make this shit up. Hey man. Hey man. How many times do you see your number? Your special number. I don't call it an angel number no more. I guess it's my P number. It's my cosmic P number. You know how when you go to jail, or when not go to jail, we don't go to jail around here, but what's your badge number? 717. 717. 717. Captain. So all my people here, Curve, yo, what's good? What's good? What's good? My people here, my fellow cosmic P pushers. As always, y'all know how we gotta start this off. No obstacles, as it says here. No obstacles will apprehend you. Prosper over pain. Prosper over pain. And we prosper over pain by understanding the principles that are set up in the cosmos. And we work them motherfuckers. You hear what I'm saying? We ain't got nothing to complain about. Life throw a curveball. We learn how to swing up under and hit that motherfucker. You get what I'm saying? So we standing on principles. We actually understand the principles are placed here for us to work with, not for us to work against. And Dion Fortune's gonna get into some shit like that tonight. God damn, Sunshine. Oh, her number is 722. I about to say, you seen your number 722 times? What's up, Big Third? I'm sorry, I'm chewing out in camera, y'all. Hold up. Hold up, J Bar here. I think I gotta give you like the what's that shit called? Where you get the wrench on your shit for you to be able to drop the link. Trav taught me how to do it, but I don't. God damn it. Hold up. It's a way. Damn. Yeah, if y'all joining, yeah, my status. Sunshine chick always. She know. I don't know how to. Oh, I probably can click on your name and let you do it. Oh. All right, J Bar here. You should be good. You should be good. You should be able to drop that link in there. I don't know if I can. How do you? Maybe there's one way that you can like pin a comment to the top of the chat, and it's probably hit this star right here. So, but yeah, we're gonna get into the principles that Dion Fortune like to deal with that we are already deal with. Sometimes we just don't know we dealing with them because we're not aware of the principle. We're going against the nature when you can work with it, right? Boom. J Bahel has dropped the link. J Bahel has dropped the link. Just riding it out a couple seconds though, y'all. Letting some people come in from Instagram because I be having to let them know. YouTube, y'all. I'm talking to Instagram right now, y'all. Hold up. So let that shit rock out. Rock out with the Glock out over there. Oh. So yeah, we getting into y'all voted. Y'all helped me pick out the book last week. I mean, I don't even think I really gave a fucking option. I was just like, what y'all think about this, and read the back of it. Applied magic, and everybody was like, yeah, hell yeah, let's do that. That sounds great. So if you wonder what a nigga snacking on. And they gluten free. And they gluten free. On God. Gluten free. No artificial colors or none of it. 24 zips of it. See that? 24 zips of that good stuff. Mike Licks, the excavator. What's happening? What's happening? Mm-hmm. Them snackables. Them snackables. Good morning, my friend. Watching here. Mike Litz, the excavator. Where you at? What side of the world are you on? Yo, no, yummy, yummy. In my tummy, tummy. All right, y'all, we can go and get into it. Yeah, Mike, where you from, though? Let us know where you from. Where you pushing your cosmic P at, G? Where you pushing your cosmic P at, G? I'm about to get into it. I'm finna upload the PDF as well. Hold on. All right, man. Don't. All right. You know what? I'm not gonna engage. All right. So the unfortunate applied magic. I know y'all been watching. A lot of my fellow people here are from Travis's page, and if you're not, if you just found me from the socials, follow me on IG, Facebook friends, whatever the hell, or threads, you done found me. Mike, are you a real person, Mike? I don't know if you're a real person, Mike. Are you fucking with me, buddy? I asked where you're from, man. Where in the world are you from, my man? Because you said good morning, and it's nighttime in America. So you're not here. He said, okay, hold up, J-Boy here, hold up. Oh, from the Philippines, my friend. We are way in the Philippines dealing with the occult, cosmic P pushing, standing on principle type shit. I always want to make some shit rhyme and I'm finna say something I shouldn't have said here. But we all were in the Philippines pushing cosmic P. Salute to you, Mike Litz, the excavator. Stand on principle. Remember, no obstacles will apprehend you all the way over there in the Philippines. Always. A couple geometry for 717. God breaking all curses. Yeshua. Huh? The triumph of God. God. Damn. Shit. Fuck. I don't know if I can take that pressure, J Bardell. God damn. Breaking all the curses? Yeshua? The triumph of God? What the fuck? Damn. Appreciate the subscription, Mike Litz. Appreciate the subscription. Hit that notification bell. We here every Sunday around this time, your time. Around this time, your time. It's showtime. We dealing with Dion, bro. These fucking mangoes so goddamn good. And these motherfuckers busting. God damn. All right. Now, I'm gonna leave that right here on the book. Let grab up some of that energy up from the book. You know, we right here in front of Barnays and Noblaze. If you over here on IG, follow us over, get your ass over here on YouTube. All right. If you're on Facebook, get your ass over here on YouTube. My Gnosis. Mygnosis. You say, well, there are a couple of aren't too great either, but we uplift the family. You did. We uplift the family. That's why there's no obstacles will apprehend you. Prosper over pain. We standing on principle. We are pushing Cosmic P here. And tonight we're dealing with the unfortunate applied magic, right? So very practical, and it's not heavy on like, hey, like this candle, do this sigil and all this shit. It's giving you the occult mind, the magical mindset needed to have when you're dealing with occult principles, when you're dealing with magic, right? Because a lot of people, y'all know, hold up, let's do this. Y'all know there's a lot of people with this new age spiritual movement, and they just like all willy-nilly. Nothing's about principle, it's all about my truth type shit. You know what I'm saying? My truth, my truth. It's like, okay, I hear you and I get you, but at the same time, you got to understand what's my truth today will not be my truth tomorrow, right? So what does that land with? That lands with fact. See, truth and fact are different. See, the facts today may not be the facts tomorrow, right? some of this shit that's been proven in science was fact 20 years ago. But as we getting ready to enter 2020 fucking 5, that's no longer fact. So my truth changes. Because what's your truth now will not be the truth tomorrow. But what's going to be true forever and always around this motherfucker is P. Where's P? The cosmic principles. What's going to always be true here is cosmic principles. My truth will not. Why? Because my is ego. Why? Because my and ego have to diminish. That shit stays down here in Malkuth. Are you hearing me? If y'all feel anything that I'm saying, please let me get SOPs in the chat. There go one SOP right there. I need 2 more SOPs before we continue. Huh? Please, my people, I know you feel me. I'm not saying nothing's wrong with saying my truth. I'm just saying principle outweighs my truth. Like I said, my truth is facts. It'll change tomorrow. It can change tomorrow if you're not too fucking stubborn, if you're too rigid. That's 2. That's 3. So I gotta stop chewing in y'all ear. Hold up. So we finna get nasty tonight. No diddy. We getting nasty tonight. No diddy. I'm talking about straight. Let me clear this up. So applied magic, Dion Fortune. As you can see, the first one here is the occult way. What better way to start this shit off than occult Sunday service? And there's another 17. We've been live for 17 minutes. Let me put this in. So that's 22 times today. All right. I guess I'm gonna have to make this large, but let me know what's the quality like, y'all. Can y'all see it? If you don't have the what's the name, I need a couple people that y'all gotta respond and, you know what I'm saying, converse with a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Let me know, how does it look? How does it look to y'all? I mean, really, there's not much I can do. This how we're gonna have to read this shit anyway. Because I'm gonna read from the book. And you know, I ain't got the best set up. I need to ask Trav like how he got his shit set up. How he got his shit set up. Why am I getting YouTube comments? YouTube okay. Anyway, yeah, I need to figure out how my guy got his shit set up so I can set my shit up. I think I'm gonna need like I don't know, I got a fucking iPhone fucking 14, 15. Like, I don't know why that shit don't show good like that. But how y'all see it in the chat? Let me see. Okay, it's clear. She says clear. She says clear. When she says clear, it's clear. I gotta follow suit. That's what she say. It's all good. Okay. All right, y'all. So here we go. The mystic way that leads to divine union is so well known that it is often forgotten that there is another path. There's another path than living the mystic way, right? Because we know, matter of fact, didn't Trav tap into the mystic way like last night, where like just leave everything behind? Or he talked about it another day, but you know, they just leave like that's the yogis who go sit up in the mountains. Where people get to see now, we already at the first sentence we stopped. But you know, you got people claim now, and this is not a shit on, this is just an observation. Like there's a lot of people saying they're real mystic and mystic and mystic and this and that. But it's like now that I'm getting that's why I say you have to study and cross compare and cross reference shit to get understanding what these words actually mean. You see what I'm saying? So not just looking mystical, some people actually do. They pull away from all the societal norms. So, but that's not to say people in America don't do it. But what I'm saying is it's gonna look different in America than what's happening in the East, right? Because we are under a different dharma or karma, a different cause and effect for our life's purpose over here in the West. Some people have to understand that and stand on that, because this is a principle. This is a principle that needs to be understood, right? Forms have been broken down, and those forms that were broken down turned into something else and turned into something new, and the evolution continues. That's what's happening here. You see what I'm saying? Hermit and hiatus mode. So, but then you have people acting like they real deal mystics, just like those, and it's like, actually you're not. Actually you're not. You don't even, like, you still attached to like what America says. Like, I was posting something other today or yesterday. It's like, bro, it's like people claiming and talking about capitalism and patriarchy and all that shit, and then use those same standards to say, oh well, I'm this and I'm this and I'm that, and my man or my woman gotta have this, or my man gotta have this because I got this, or my woman gotta have this because I got this, and what I look like doing this, I got a PhD, I make 6 7 figures a year. It's like, bro, what the fuck? And then on another page you sitting here talking about patriarchy and capitalism. You benefit from it. You ain't mystical. You mystical. You know who mystical is. Here I go. Here I go. Uh-oh. Doom, doom, doom. What they want? They want. What they gonna do, nigga? Like, you mystical. You ain't mystical. The fuck? You a no limit soldier. The fuck is you talking about? Seemingly, okay, let's start it. The mystic way that leads to the divine union is so well is the hold up. The mystic way that leads to divine union is so well known that it is often forgot that there is another path, seemingly totally different in route, that leads in the end of the same that leads in the end to the same goal. So there's another way you can take, and it still gets you to the same goal. Keter, Purusha, Shiva, the crown, chakra, Keter. Oh, peace, circle of mystics. What's happening? What's happening? Standing on Prince at pow, nigga. We are so accustomed. Hold up. We are so accustomed to hear the renunciation. Here we go. We are so accustomed to hear the renunciation of the world and the abnegation of the self set up as the only true path as which seeks the highest, that we hardly dare whisper that there may be another path. People always want, oh, fuck America, I mean, fuck reality, fuck this, we ain't doing this and this and this and that. And a lot of it I agree with. Life should be not this goddamn hard, but who's to say that it shouldn't be, right? Is that our ego trying to make life not be this hard over here in America with the rent prices and the food prices and the interest rates and all that good old shit, right? But hey, stand on principle. Hey, Was, let me get a SOP in a chat, my guy. So we so used to renouncing the path that was the dharma that's been placed, or the karma that's been placed over here into the West. Everybody's fuck Western society, Western society. I'm not against what they're saying, but what I'm saying is it's actually not Western society. It may be a latter day European mindset that you're talking about. Because when you get to going, because, and I say that because I understand my people have been over here in the West, and we have not always had this mindset, but there is a new addition added to this, and you cannot deny it. They cannot deny it. A new people came into this land and conquered and did what they did. I'm not here to fucking big that up, but what I am here is to be an occultist and be in the middle. Be in the middle. I don't have an opinion. Fuck my opinion. I have an observation of what's happening with the soul and how it's evolving. Yes, I know what supposedly we know what the fuck happened because all the history, majority of the history we've been told comes from the same people that we say. Like this shit is so fucked up over here, man. This shit is so fucked up over here, and I'm speaking as far as everybody. The history books have been there's it's a Disney fairy tale story of history we've been given. So the best way that I found, like, that what saved me was this occult path. This occult path put me onto the path to understand how to get the fuck off the pendulum swing and sit at the top where it's hanging from and it's swinging back and forth. I'm up here at the top. That shit ain't it exists, but I'm an observer of what's happening. All these extremities that are happening. Let's get to it. The path of the mastery of manifested existence in the hypothesis of the self. Did you hear that? Let's read that again. We are accustomed to hear the renunciation of the word and the abnegation of the self set up as the only true path that should only true path of the soul. Sould. What the fuck is that? Sould, y'all. Sold as the only true path of soul which seeks the highest, that we hardly dare whisper that there may be another path. What's that? The path of the mastery of manifested existence and the hypothesis of the self. I thought I know how I fuck with J Bond here. That was a typo, right? I'm like, what the soul? The path of the soul, right? Which seeks the highest, that we hardly dare whisper that there may be another path, the path of the mastery of the manifested existence in the apotheosis. What's that word mean? J Bahel, Apotheosis, apotheosis of the self. I would assume it has something to do with recognizing the knowing of the self. I would assume. Both, listen, check this out. There are two ways in which God can be worshiped. We can worship him in the unmanifested existence, apotheosis, eos, apotheosis, apotheosis of the self. Okay, means deification of the self. Knowledge of self, deification of the self. So let's see how she says about what she says about that. There are two ways in which God can be worshipped. We can worship him in the unmanifested essence. Y'all know what the unmanifested essence is over here. Or we can worship him in his manifested form. Unmanifested or the manifested form. Right? I pulled this, I was sharing this picture the other day, well, earlier today, and this is it. Hold up. I'm gonna show you. Can y'all see that? Well, everything that is pointing at says God. You see what I'm saying? Everything that is pointing at says God because everything is God. The sun, the tree, the dog. Look, it even got the piece of shit. The man, the phone. Nigga, even the phone is God, nigga. What you niggas talking about? This is what we talking about here. That's God in his manifested form. So you can go out and worship nature, do what you do with nature, nature this and nature that, or you can do art, or you can look at your woman or your man and worship that, or you can look at your bed pillow. See, that's why the IRS cannot define faith or cannot define church. The IRS can't define faith or church because they understand something that common people don't understand. God is everything. So when you get to say I'm worshiping God, nobody can put limitations on what God is. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Both ways are legitimate, provided that in worshiping the manifested form, we do not forget the essence, and in the worshiping the essence, we do not confuse it with the manifested form. Let's read that again. Both ways are legitimate, right? provided that in worshiping the manifested form, we do not forget the essence. We don't forget the hidden essence of God if we worship in the manifested form. You can't forget the unmanifested form of God. And in worshiping the essence, we do not confuse it with the manifested form. Because for these things are the sin of idolatry, which consist in a wrongly placed emphasis. You placing emphasis in the wrong place. Oh shit, I ain't got it up on the screen, y'all. Y'all ain't telling me shit. Right? The mystic seeks to worship God in essence, but the essence or root of God being unmanifest eludes human consciousness. We're going to read that one again. The mystic seeks to worship God in essence, but the essence or root of God being unmanifest eludes human consciousness. The mystic then, in order to conceive the object of his worship, has to transcend normal human consciousness. It is not possible to know the inmost nature of a state of existence unless we can enter into it and share, in some measure at least, its experience. What's your experience with God? Or is it just, oh, my God? Or is it, oh, Ashun? Oh, Jesus the Christ? It is not possible to know the inmost nature of a state of the essence unless we enter into it and share, in some measure at least, its experience. What's your relationship with God? It's not attainable by normal human consciousness. You have to transcend normal human consciousness. This is why there are certain people that have you practice certain things. Top with shooting. You got to get up into the subjective levels of experience without the five senses being the controller and the ruler. There are places where you have to go that, remember, we talked about the dreamless sleep. I think we talked about it on one of my shit, and we talked about it on Trav shit, right? The dreamless sleep. Where my theory is that that's when the higher self is taking everything from the ego and the analytical mind and the mind stuff, the shita, and sending that shit on over and sending it back up to the what's the name. These are subjective experiences that you're having, not objective, not the gross experiences they like to stated in the yantric and the tantric or the Vedantic text, right? Not dealing with the five senses, outside of the five senses experiences. Meditation. If you don't dream, meditate. If meditating is hard, do some vision, spirit visions. Dion Fortune likes to talk about, but we'll read that today. The mystic then has for his task the freeing of his consciousness from its habitual bondage to form. What's form? Five senses, analytical thinking. It is to this end that the ascetic hold up, where am I at? It is to this end that the ascetic discipline is directed, killing out the lower in order that the higher may be set free to unite with God and thereby know him. Everything we saying goes together. This is principle. We standing on principle. Remember this, y'all. The way of the mystic is a way of renunciation. Renunciation till he breaks all the limitations of his lower nature and enters into his freedom. Nothing then remains that can withhold him from God, and his soul flies upward to enter the light and return not again. That's going into Kether right there, buddy. that non-reincarnation, it's Keter. It's Keter. So that's the way of the mystic, full renunciation. So what do y'all think? Well, you're probably reading it, but what do you think she's gonna say the opposite way is? Well, not opposite, but the other way is. That's why I'm starting to talk about the dharma and karma of us over here in the West. It's a reason America ended up conquering the world in the way that it done, in the way that it does, or the way that it did. It's a cosmic play. United States been in main character mode for how many years? Since the World War II? Main character energy. Hold up, is my comments froze? Ain't nobody saying nothing. I guess we reading, so y'all ain't gotta say nothing, huh? But the other path is not the way of renunciation, but a way of fulfillment. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It is not a breaking away from the path of human destiny, but a concentration and sublimation of the destiny. J. Bod Hill. Of the destiny. J. Bod Hill. Of that destiny. So what is that again? But the other path is not a way of renunciation, but a way of fulfillment. It is not a breaking away from the path of human destiny, but a concentration and sublimation of that destiny. Each soul which takes that path lives through its own experience, every phase and aspect of manifested existence, and equilibrates it. Equilibrates it. That's the middle pillar, right? Huh? That's the middle pillar, right? Dealing with Tiferet, Doth, Yesod, Malkuth, Kether, right? Equilibrate it. What we just talk about, being in that middle point and not being on that pendulum swing every time it swing. Equilibrate it. Spiritualizes it and absorbs its essence. Listen, this is key. Let me highlight this. Let me read that again. Each soul which takes that path lives through its own experience, every phase and aspect manifested existence, and equilibrates it, spiritualizes it, and absorbs its essence. Are you making everything spiritual about your life? It's everything spiritual. What did they tell us in the Tower Shooter book? Everything is a ritual. Make everything a ritual. Consecrate it into the highest point of God that you can recognize. Whether it's yourself, I don't give a fuck. Whatever it is, do it. Spiritualize everything when you're going to work, a job that you don't like. When you're dealing with people that you don't like. When you're in traffic with people that you don't like. Motherfucker swerve almost hit your cop. Make it a game you're playing with God. Whatever you want to do, make it a ritual. Make it something that works in your favor spiritually. Feel it, see it, know it. Stand on that principle. The aim of those who follow this path is to obtain complete mastery over every aspect of created life. Everything works out, but check this out. Create mastery, but she's going to clear that up. But when we say mastery, we don't mean the mastery of a slave owner over his slave. Rather, do we mean the mastery of virtuoso over the instrument? What the fuck? That's not a real word, or is it? Let's see if it's on here. Slave owner of his I mean the master of the virtuoso. So over his instrument. Virtuoso over his instrument. All right. That's what it says. Virtuoso over his instrument. Rather, do we mean the mastery of the virtuoso over his instrument, a mastery which rests upon his power to adapt virtuoso. Damn, J. Byer, bro, you need to be like a speech specialist, bro. Like this guy knows how to break this shit down to make me learn how to pronounce it the right way. Every goddamn word. Like a like a skilled trained master. Peace, Trav. So you become like a skilled trained master over your instrument. What's the instrument though? I'm sorry, these mangoes so good, y'all. Mango. So a skilled, talented master, right? So that's what you need to be over your what would I lose it? Over your instrument, right? A mastery that rests upon his power to adapt himself to its nature and enter into its spirit and so draw forth its full capacity of interpretation. The adept who has gained mastery over the sphere of Luna, the storehouse of images, the illusionary, the etheric sphere, shout out etheric, interprets the message of the moon to the world and shows forth her powers in equilibrated balance. The kingdom ruled by the master, hold up, ruled by the master of the temple is so absolute monarchy. Hold up. Oh, I'm sorry. The kingdom ruled by the master of the temple is no absolute monarchy. He does not obtain that mastery in order to make thrones. So we're not doing it to be a king. Or let's see. Let's finish out. All right. Dominions and power serve himself. But in order to bring to them God's message of salvation and call them to their higher heritage, he is a servant of evolution. It is his task to bring order out of chaos, harmony out of discord, and reduce unbalanced forces to equilibrium. We're going to reduce unbalanced forces. Oh, ain't the kingdom of unbalanced forces dealing with the dark side of this shit? Kings of Edom? Or, which I think she's going to get into, like Trav is teaching right now, the elementals. Get these elementals balanced out. Bring them into equilibrium. Everything around you evolves. When you live from this point right here, right? Because there's people in this chat here. Because this is you who's watching. I know it because I talk to enough people I know. You're the one that's trying to bring equilibrium to everything around you. He does not obtain the mastery in order to make thrones, dominions, and powers serve himself, but in order to bring to them God's message of salvation and call them to their higher heritage. That's what we're doing. We do not store treasures on earth. And we do not store treasures on earth where whatever it's saying in the Bible. Don't store your treasures on earth. Why do you store your treasures here on earth where thieves can steal them and webs can take over them and they rot? Instead, work to store your heavens in treasure where a thief may not reach them. Rot may not touch them and corrode them. Right? He is a servant of evolution. It is his task to bring order out of chaos, harmony out of discord, and reduce unbalanced forces to equilibrium. How many of y'all living like that? I know y'all is. I know y'all living like that. I know y'all living like that. That's it right there, Trav. That's it. I deserve to know in order to serve type shit. That's what I'm doing here. That's what Trav's doing here. That's what J. Byhill is doing here. That's what Etheric's doing here. Saja, that's what you're doing. Circle of Mystic, that's what you're doing. AWAS. Curve. I can't see all the comments right now, y'all. My bad. But that's what we doing here. There ain't no way you over here. Hold on. I'm trying to see what it show my chat. It won't show my chat over here. So let me see where I'm at on here because it's different from the book. It's different from the book. Okay, I know this right there. All right. It says the Vedanta teaching of the Eastern tradition clearly distinguishes between the devotion to the unmanifest God. Hold up. It clearly distinguishes between the devotion to the unmanifest God, the spiritual essence of creation, and the manifesting aspects or God or gods. Let's read that one more time. The Vedanta teaching of the Eastern tradition clearly distinguishes between the devotion of the unmanifest God, the spiritual essence of creation, and the manifesting aspects or gods. Identify the self with a partial aspects, which are the yoginis and the various powers, the siddhis, right, are attained. Identify the self with a Mahayogini herself, and man is liberated. Did you hear that? Identify. Oh, where am I at? Identify the self with the Mahayogini herself, and man is liberated, for he is no longer man but her. What do we talk about when we talk about Maya? Maya increases the pressure, doubles down the pressure. It's not here to help relieve the pressure off of your soul. It's here to double down the pressure and crack that motherfucking egg. And when that egg crack, you realize that you have been Mayat the whole time. See what I'm saying? Like how this shit goes from Egypt to the Kabbalists over to India. It's all the same shit. Why? That's because it's standing on fucking principle. What Trav just talked about last night, it should be able to check out across the board. If it's not checking out across the board, what type of shit are you dealing with? You dealing with some TikTok mumbo jumbo spiritual shit. Your ass ain't going past your side with that shit. I'm not speaking against everybody. I'm speaking in general of the principle, right? There's an underlying principle here that needs to be recognized that checks out across all the boards, not my truth. And with hold up, and with what a man should identify himself depends upon what he wants. Uh-oh. But whatever it is, he gets the power if he but will and works for it. Coming from the book and work for it. Coming from the book World as Power, Power as Reality by Woodruff. Next page. Check the comments. Check the comments. Everybody showing love. You got to identify yourself with the gods. That's how you get to the cities. Huh? See yourself when you see them, not on ego, but in essence. That was the first word she used. The in essence. So when you see yourself, you see them. That's what you should see. How could you not? This is what I was showing earlier. I ain't posted it yet, but I'm gonna post that shit. This is exactly what I just showed y'all, remember? And it's a principle behind that photo that I showed at the beginning. This is principle. I know you can't read the words, but everything is pointing at is God. Look, the shit is God. The flowers is God. The dog is God. The man is God. The sun is God. The tree is God. The squirrel is God. The grass is God. Even a motherfucking phone is God. That's a principle. That's a principle. Damn, what's going on with my camera? All right, let's get back to it. Yeah, I got you, Trail. I got you. I got you. For sure. I'm gonna send it. Where we at? Make sure it's right over here on the make sure that's right sitting over. Okay, yeah. Because I don't know, y'all. I can't see like the chat if I go on full screen and try to read from the screen. That's why I keep taking these little breaks in between. I don't know, man. I might have to get a hop on the call or Trav and like, hey, bro, how you got your shit set up to where you can see the chat? He probably got like two screens or something. He probably got like two. That's probably what I need, like two monitors, so I can look at one. And I'm pretty sure that's what he's got. I can tell by the way he be looking at his camera. So I probably had to get that shit. But y'all don't know when I upgrade, baby. You know what I'm saying? Because we standing on principle. The principle is man will get what he wants, right? What are a man to want? What are a man to want? I want a two screens. I want a two-screen laptop with a 5K digital camera with the high quad processor pro and a pair of AirPod Beats and a beautiful woman that'll never leave me. That's what I want. Fuck around, y'all. That is the next question we have to ask ourselves, right? The answer to this depends entirely upon the stage of evolution we have arrived at. Listen, to the answer to this depends entirely on the stage of evolution we have arrived at. The soul has to complete its human experience before it is ready for divine union. I ain't coming back. I don't want to come back. I ain't never reincarnating no more. The archons, the demiurge, white man, feminism, patriarchy. I ain't coming back here. You here for a fucking reason. It's obvious. Motherfucker. Man, we're gonna get into Dion because she ain't even warmed up yet, y'all. We just on page fucking 2. So let me get through this. The soul has completed its human experience before it is ready for divine union. It must pass the nadir of the descent into matter before it can come onto the path of return. We are not ready for the mystic way until we are approaching the time of our freedom from the will of birth and death. Do you hear that? We are not ready for the mystic way until we are approaching the time of our freedom from the will of birth and death. To try and escape from that will prematurely is to invade or evade your training. Hear me out, y'all. You want to get away? You want to get away? Try to escape from that will prematurely is to evade our training. You signed up for it, then you get there. I ain't doing this shit, bro. I swear to God, bro. I ain't working no more. I don't wanna. Bro, you signed up for it. Ain't no way out this bitch. Only way out is a casket. Death row. Archon's feminism. The Archon feminism. Eating the eggs from the supermarket. What? White privilege. Modern lynching. Oh, see. Did you swallow that egg whole? Go back to that supermarket, Ramal Collins, and swallow that egg whole. White privilege, Ramal. Modern lynching. Karmic vengeance. See, Ramal, I'm gonna tone it down because I don't know if you, because they be sending bots over here and shit, and I can't really tell sometimes. You may be commenting the comments that go along with what I'm saying. I don't know if you're fucking around with me, but I'm childish and sarcastic too, so I'll play around with you too when I got time. But let's get back to it. We are not ready for the mystic way. Okay, we already read that. Oh, I'm real. My bad. But yeah, all that shit right there you just named, all that in a bag of motherfucking chips. Motherfuckers be having too much dip on a chip. You need to bag up off of that dip on that chip and get over here and understand some motherfucking principles about what the fuck is going on. You here for a reason. It's too much dip on your chip. That's why you overstretched out and worried about this and worried about that, because you don't understand the principles. You don't understand the ramifications. You're too rigid. You working against nature instead of working with nature. We're gonna get to that. To try and escape from the wheel prematurely is to evade our training, like the racing yacht, which fails to round the outermost marking buoy. So a marking buoy is like what you got to do when you racing on a boat. Like you gotta actually like here's the marking buoy right here in the water. You actually gotta go around it. But if you fuck around and don't go around it, like you make that turn, but you do it in front of it, like technically you disqualified. You ain't really you ain't complete the race. Hit that cosmic like button. Hit that cosmic like button. So we standing on cosmic principle. This is Cosmic P we in here dropping with the double OG Dion Fortune. She might be triple OG now because she's 100 years ago. We have not fulfilled the conditions of liberation, which command that we shall shirk nothing and leave behind us only that which we have mastered, equilibrated, and outgrown. That's the only thing that you leaving behind. That's it. Everything you have mastered and outgrown. If you ain't mastered this shit and outgrown this shit, you ain't leaving this shit. You taking that shit with you. Here, hint, hint, karma, hint, hint, cause and effect, hint, hint. And reincarnation. Ramal, she's gonna get into it. Oh damn, I'm missing a whole bunch of comments. Oh, I ain't even put that together. Damn, see. This is a guy who's been reading Dion Fortune for a while. Some Dion Fortune lore, some Dion Fortune lore. Her mention of the yacht going around the buoy is a reference to making a full tree up and down, making a full trip up and down the tree from Kether down to Malkuth, and from Malkuth back up to Kether, not before or after. One time I was hitting One time it was hitting me how most all people, cultures, religions believe one. I mean, hold up. All right, J Ball here. What the hell is that? SU1C1ZZ. Is you saying suckers is going to be a bad time in the afterlife? But if we're rejecting the soul training, it would make sense to get a worse punishment. There you go. See, and, oh, guess what? She finna get into that. I don't want to jump ahead. Yeah, I don't want to jump ahead. Yeah, she finna get into that. She finna get into all that right there. She finna get into all that. Okay, hold up, y'all. It's literally part of the next chapter. It is false teaching which bids us erratic. I don't know how to say that. Eradicate. Bids us eradicate. That don't make sense. It is false teaching which bids us eradicate from our, I guess that is, eradicate from our natures, anything which God has implanted there. So eradicate, to remove us from our natures, right? Anything which God has implanted there. Why would you remove yourself from what God has planted there? As false and foolish as hamstringing a spirited through bread colt. What the fuck is a oh, they say through thoroughbred. I'm reading too fast, y'all. Hold up. It is a false teaching which bids us eradicate from our natures anything which God has implanted there, as false and foolish as hamstringing a spirited thoroughbred colt, because it is wild and unbroken. The love of beauty, the visualizing urge of a clean, normal, healthy instinct, the joy of battle, which should be poor creatures indeed. Without these, God gave them to us. What the fuck did I just read? Hold up. Let's read that again. The love of beauty, the vitalizing urge of clean, normal, healthy instinct, the joy of battle. We should be poor creatures indeed. Without all these, God, without all these, God gave them to us. We would be poor creatures without all these. God gave them to us. They need to have a comma there because that don't make sense. God gave them to us. and we may presume that he knew what he was about when he did so. Damn. Hold up. Oh, Instagram is over with. Let me end that, y'all. He said, I don't know what that is. Can't read censorship. Hold up, what? No, he meant someone offing himself. Okay. Hold up, y'all. I don't know what the hell is going on. Oh, that's what he was saying. Oh, you talking about what Jay Bye here was saying. Okay, y'all. Got you. Oh shit, okay. Chris Dixon, what's happening? What's happening? Ah, okay. Yeah, I was completely lost reading that, y'all. Who are we to judge his handiwork and condemn that which he found good? Speaking of God, what God law forbids is the abuse of limiting things. Listen, what God's law forbids is the abuse of these things, not the use for the purpose of which they are intended. The abuse of these things, right? All right. How much do you over identify with this shit? Oh, I'm a rich nigga. I'm a rich bitch. I need a rich nigga. I need a rich bitch. Man ain't this. Women ain't that. Those are abusive ways of thinking as well. You didn't think that though, did you? Yes, you do. You need to think that. You need to think that because I'm telling you, it's very unhealthy and it's very unbalanced and it's riding the pendulum swing instead of being in the middle point of the pendulum swing. And that's not cosmic P. You need to stand on cosmic P. That's not the principle. The path of the hearth fire gives a far sounder and more effectual discipline of the instincts than the hermit caves of Thebes, with their ascetic tortures of in self mutations, doing violence to nature and outraging God's handiwork. Self mutilations. Why are you fucking up God's nature? Doing violence. You're doing too much. You're doing too much. Huh? Doing violence to nature. If you're choking your chicken too much, you probably doing violence to nature, nigga. If you're using it rolls too much, you're probably doing violence to nature. And you outraging God's handiwork. No pun intended. No Hey, this is why I fuck with Dion, bro. Because I don't think she be mean the shit she say, or maybe she do, but the way this shit time travel to 2025 and yet a motherfucker as childish as Travis Majors and as childish as me and the people in the chat. Oh my god. I don't think people were this childish back in the day, bro. We too fucking childish. I know I am. Let's see. Quit. You doing damage to God's nature. You doing violence to God. Doing violence to their role. Doing violence to their roles. Man. Man. All right. Frightened. Uh-oh, here we go. Take Travis Mason's elemental course. He's about to start it back up. Frightened. Frightened by the elemental forces when he meets them unpurified and unprepared. The ascetic flees from what he believes to be temptation. It is A far sounder policy to equilibrate the warring forces in our own nature until we can handle our unruly team of instincts and make them draw the chariot of the soul with the power of their untiring speed. You can make these elementals and they powerful forces, that these elemental spirits or these elemental patterns of patterns that already exist within you. You running from it, calling it temptation, but you can transmute these things and make them work in your favor. What were we saying earlier? Unruly team. All my elementals are winners. Everything around me evolves. This is cosmic P. If you evolving, everything around you should be evolving. Trav said that's a powerful paragraph. Let's read that again. Frightened by the elemental forces when he meets them unpurified and unprepared, the ascetic flees. Remember, we fight, fuck, feed, and flee. We always running. We always fucking. We always eating. He flees from what he believes to be temptation. It is a far sounder policy to equilibrate the warring forces in his own nature. So it's not the thing outside of you, it's what's going on the inside of you, right? In your own nature, until we can handle our unruly team of instincts and make them draw the chariot of the soul with the power of the unchurning speed. Real magic. Spirits evolve as we evolve. Why is that? Because God's evolving, y'all. God is evolving. You are the agent carrying out God's work. Y'all all right? Yeah, I know where they come from. Check. The day will come for each one of us when we shall be freed from the will of birth and death and enter the light to not return again, to return not again. If we try, hold up, y'all. Make sure it's actually showing up on y'all screen. Yeah, the day will come when each one of us shall be freed from the will of birth and death and enter the light to return not again. If we try to put aside the elements and their problems before that day dawns, we are shifting our helm for the homeward course before we have rounded the marking buoy. We are like the man who buried his talent in the ground because he was afraid of it. Our Lord will not thank us for our misplaced devotion to an unripe ideal, but call us unprofitable servants. Your Lord and Savior is going to call you a very unprofitable servant. Why aren't you completing the mission? Why aren't you evolving everything around you? Why are you, oh no, semen retention. I gotta retain my whatever. If you do it, whatever. I gotta be you gotta be absent from sin. No, how about updating your system, the system inside of you that deals with your sexual nature? How about updating that? Figuring out, finding something useful and appropriate for those urges in your nature to upgrade them, to purify them. Because the sexual nature is put into you for a reason. God put the tree of life in the garden for a reason. And obviously, we're speaking figuratively, right? Because we're occultists here, right? We're not believing the Garden of Eden was a fucking. I shouldn't even have to cover that, but it's there for a reason. The dick and penis, it's there for a reason. The sexual urges and nature that you have is there for a reason. Pride is there for a reason. Um, um, Jealousy is there for a reason. All these things exist for a reason. You can evolve these things, though. They are egregores. They are elemental spirits. Evolve them. Raise them up. Oh, she gonna get into some shit today. The key to the whole problem, like so many other, lies in the doctrine of reincarnation. Uh-oh. Here we go, y'all. Reincarnation. If we believe that all human achievement has to be accomplished in one life, and that at the end of it we shall be judged, we are liable to be stampeded into an idealism. That's an idealism, which we have not yet attained by a process of natural growth. Freedom from the will, the abandonment of matter, divine union. These will come from all of us, and these will come for all of us in due course of evolutionary time. For it is the aim of evolution to bring us to them. It's the aim of evolution to bring you to liberation. That's why when Curry brought it up on the on Trav last live, we talked about what it broke down in the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali. What a dude was asked, how many times does he have to reincarnate? And he was out here doing his rituals, doing his meditation every day. And then I think it was Christian or somebody told him. And he got mad, like, what the fuck? Man, I've been doing all this shit. Then they went to the other dude and he asked the same question, but his response was different. He was like, as many leaves is on that tree is how many more lifetimes you got. And he was like, oh, okay, cool. Just for that gratitude, went on and took him on up. Enlightenment. You see what I'm saying? I ain't coming back here no more. That shit. Yeah, coming back. What Trav say? Where you going? Okay. What does it say here? But that time may not be yet. Okay. For this is the aim of evolution to bring us to them. But that time may not be yet. And we are very foolish if we allow another, however advanced, to judge for us where we stand upon the ladder of evolution. I don't know where you at evolutionary on the evolutionary ladder. You don't know where I'm at on the evolutionary ladder because a lot of this shit going on the inner. You don't get to see it. Anybody can tell you any goddamn thing. But those that know, they know because they can see and hear how the people speak from their experience. How hard is it for you to get certain so-called advanced topics or concepts? Let me get back here so I can see the comments. But and decide, hold up. To judge for us, we stand upon the ladder of evolution. Nobody can judge for where you stand upon the ladder of evolution and decide what is to be our next step. Let us have the courage of our convictions and follow our own deeper promptings. Damn, I miss a lot of comments, y'all. I don't even know what y'all laughing at. It probably crazy shit I said. This is a good book. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Sunshine Chick. When you say she punching one out the gloves. Straight up. That's why I said, damn, bro, this gonna be a good one. She ain't bullshitting. They are evolving it. Just a slow way. Mm-hmm. Woo. Just that tree. Thank Ram. It's not the whole forest. Uh-huh. Something like that, I believe. Okay. Come on, y'all. Come on now. If our urge, if our urge is to worship God in his glorious manifestation, let us do it wholeheartedly. Therein lies the way of attainment for us. Remember at the beginning of Mystical Kabbalah, she said what a specific group of people, Karma and Dharma, was to conquer the material plane. They doing God's work as well. They got to. I know you niggas don't want to hear that. I know you don't like that. But that's part of this shit. That's part of this shit. If it wasn't meant, it wouldn't be. See, that's the 30-second path. You come into acceptance when we talked about that, right? The acceptance. The acceptance that it is what the fuck it is. Not what your ego want it to be. Remember, ego, identification system, how you identify things in a manifest reality, including self. You don't identify with that. You don't like that because your ancestor this and your ancestor that. I understood and respected. But if you look at God like this, it's every goddamn thing, even the shit, the cow, the piss, the grass, the tree, the dog, the man, the phone. It's all the same. You can't run from it. All right. We must work with nature. Hold up. I didn't finish. If our urge is to worship God in his glorious manifestation, let us do it wholeheartedly. Therein lies the way of attainment for us. This does not mean the unleashing of impulses. This don't mean be impulsive around this motherfucker. The dance of nature is an ordered and rhythmical movement. We must not break from our place in the living pattern or we will spoil it. We must work with the nature for nature's ends. If she is to be our mother, here is discipline enough for the soul. Let's hear that again. We must work with nature for nature's ends. If she is to be our mother, here is discipline enough for the soul. What does that mean? Do you think that means go out and play in the trees and get in water? No, that's not necessarily what nature is, because what's actually nature? The whole existence? Everything that came out of Prakriti is nature. Everything that came out of Bina is nature. Hold on, I'm missing some shit. That's what Shiva and Kali dance on our dead bodies. You see? You see? Hold on, what you Ram Das? What's that, J by here? I don't know. I don't know. What's that? You probably saying some shit that I do know. I don't know. I don't know right now. Um, there's enough discipline for the soul down here in Malkuth. If, on the other hand, our promptings are towards a withdrawal onto the mystical path, let us ask ourselves honestly whether we are following the path because the call of God in our heart is so strong, or because we have found life so difficult that we want to escape from forever from its problems. Did you hear that? I don't know, J By here. I think you follow me on IG. Send me something. Send me something on IG, J By here. You know I tap in anything you say. Yeah, send it to me. See, I fuck around and be heard this, who it is, and don't know because I didn't pay attention to the name type shit. So yeah. Send that over to me. The store of Hanuman. Okay, yeah. Put me on game. Put me on game. Tap me in. Let's read that last paragraph again. Oh, straight Bhakti yoga. Okay. Hell yeah. Okay, say this. Say this. Say this. What did she say right here though, y'all? Because I wanted to get through 3 chapters. It's only been an hour, 18 minutes. We should be able to get through 3 chapters. Because they practically short chapters. If, on the other hand, our prompting are awards or towards, that's crazy because this got to be typos. If our promptings are towards a withdrawal onto the mythical path, let us ask ourselves honestly whether we are following the path because the call of God in our hearts is so strong, or because we have found life so difficult that we want to escape forever from its problems. Is that what you're doing? Is that what you're doing? Is that what a lot of people's doing? Using spirituality as an escapism. Escapism. No cool, no bueno. No bueno, my friend, no bueno. No, no, my friend, no bueno. It's no good. It's no good, my friend. It's no good. Next chapter. What does it say? Some practical applications of occultism. If you just joining, please hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button, man. I'm new to understanding YouTube's algorithm, and I understand that when people hit the like button, I fix myself now to make sure I hit the like button when I watch videos. Hit the like button, right? If you're just tuning in, hit the like button. The like button helps it reach people who actually want to see it, right? People actually want to see this. If you want to see it, someone else wants to, my friend. Help them out. Because no, you know what you're doing when you're hitting that like button? You're actually spreading light. You're giving enlightenment to someone. Because all it takes for someone to hear something here, read something in the comments, and see something here that can spark something in them, that they can remember something from their unconscious, subconscious by reading this great book that we're reading here and the commentary that's going on here. You see? So if you hit the like button, YouTube pushes it out. Thank you, my friends. Bueno. Gracias. Some practical applications of occultism. Chapter 2. When I first came to the study of occult science, it was extremely hidden and secretive, right? Not like a how-to for bhakti, but the mythology behind it, of the story of Hanuman, is pure bhakti. See what I'm saying? See the you see? You okay? I need you to sit well, Ram Das. You know what I do? I just go on and put it in my YouTube search box. I'm going to do that. Thanks for those new 5 subscribers I just got since we've been on here. Appreciate y'all. So you telling me I should follow him? Is it Baba Ramdas? Ramdas? Okay, he said he gonna send a link. Send that link because it look like I had to go through a lot of videos, and I want to find what you're talking about. So let's see what Dion Fortune says she went through when she first came into occultism. All right, J. Bow here, appreciate it. Hell yeah. When I first came to the study of the occult science, it was extremely hidden and secretive. The various open societies that existed were either purely exoteric and elementary, or else they were really really quite bogus. Damn, back then, she said that was on some elementary exoteric shit, or bogus. So it was difficult to know where to look for any real teaching. Do y'all see the blessings that you have right now going into 2025? Do y'all see? We got Bobby Hemming, we got Ram Dass, we got fucking Bihar School of Yoga, we got fucking Brother Panic, we got fucking Phil Valentine. You know what I'm saying? We got Sister Myra Mouse, we got my Gnosis, we got J Bar here. we got Travis Majors. You see what I'm saying? Like, do y'all see? See, like a lot of shit now you can peep what's bogus. Where I feel like if you got that discerning eye and understanding truth, there's a lot of bogus shit out here, which we was talking about the TikTok shit, right? What you saying? Peace, Trav, like you out? Go have some tacos, bro. So, okay. So basically, you blessed right now. Understand that with the internet has connected a lot of shit. Understand that. So it was difficult to know where to look for any real teaching. Consequently, unless one were psychic, one was completely debarred from any knowledge. Yeah, oh, it's peace of night. Unless one was psychic, you were debarred from any knowledge. But this is no longer so in the same degree, and the problem remains for many people. Do they want the occult teachings or not? We are so accustomed to think that in order to have any practical knowledge of occultism, one must go apart from the world. And it is not prac- practicable for the vast majority of people to follow the path at all. That meant that a very great many people could have had great help from this teaching were debarred from pursuing its study, which she think is a pity. With that falsification of what people think you have to be like and live like to live in an occult. You don't. When I was in training, it was a strenuous affair altogether. The more I see of it, the more I feel that the work of the adept is one thing and the general giving out of the teaching is another. The feats which are done by the trained gymnast are entirely beyond the scope of the ordinary man. Did you hear that? Let's see that again. The feats which are done by the trained gymnast are entirely beyond the scope of the ordinary man. But nevertheless, the same exercises on which the gymnast is trained, only not carried to the same extreme pitch, keep the ordinary man strong and fit when practiced regularly. So you ain't gotta be a Dion Fortune. You ain't gotta go through what these initiations and these occult schools went through. But if you're practicing regularly, if everything is a ritual, if all your elementals are winners, if you're using things that are useful and appropriate versus saying good and evil, if you understand the planes, if you're not getting the planes mixed up, if you understand the masculine and feminine principle, right? If you understand the elementals, if you living like that, moving like that, thinking like that, and breaking down old, unuseful, inappropriate forms of thinking, if you keep this up going regularly, it can keep you strong and fit on the spiritual planes, right? So I think it is with occultism. If you want to be an adept and and do the strong feats of magic, you are equivalent to the gymnast. And this means a very strenuous training. But I think the next application of this work will be the bringing of the teachings so that they are available for people not able to leave at all. This can work for the person who has to work 40 hours a week. Yes, it can. Whose karma holds them to daily life. Waterloo, sparkling water. So it can work for niggas with a daily day job. It is interesting to note that at the time when the recrudescence of occultism began in the West, it was about 1875. Do you know who was the leader of that? Do you know who was the leader of that? Damn it, what's his name? Black man. Fuck, I just slipped. Pastor Pastor Beverly Randolph. Pascal Beverly Randolph. Black man ran with Abraham Lincoln at the time when they told all us was slaves. High up, high end motherfucker on this occult shit. They say Blavatsky and them got him knocked off. They was hating on him. Pascal Beverly motherfucking Randolph. Got a couple books on him. I only read half of one, and that was more like a biography about him. But yeah, that's another story. This type shit. You think he was behind what if Bobby Hemmett reincarnated as him? Nigga was doing lectures from coast to coast. Nigga was doing work, having whole goddamn like temples full of sex magic. Yeah. Damn, Jay Harris, where you come from? Peace to you though, bro. Peace to you though, bro. Appreciate you for joining us. He came in right on point with that one. He came in right on point with that one. Honestly, occult practice and going to the gym are about two of the most comparable things as far as putting in the work and getting the results. Peace, 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 Jay Harris. Appreciate you for being over here, bro. Coming over here to push Cosmic P with us. Cosmic Principle. We stand on principle. SOP. During slavery, no less. Now that is magic, right? That's magic. Think you can't transform, man? Come on, man. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Come on, man. Let's get it. Where we at with it, y'all? Okay. It is interesting to note that at the time when the recrudescences of the occultism began in the West about 1875, check this out. Three movements has had their inception: occultism, Pascal Beverly Randolph, the spiritualist movement, and Christian Science. Here we go. Shit is evolving. All right. In Christian Science, with New Thoughts as its offspring. New Thoughts became the offspring of these new three emerged spiritual, occult, and Christian Science movements. These are three distinct lines dealing with occult forces. The occultist bases his work on tradition and generally uses ceremonial. The spiritualist is approaching the same ground, but has no tradition and bases his work on experiment. The Christian Scientist has no tradition or experiment, but bases his work on the hypothesis of the powers of the mind. Spiritualism and Christian Science are a rule of thumb. Hold up. Is it on the right page, y'all? Hold up. Damn, hold up. My bad. Christian Science, spiritualism, and Christian Science are a rule of thumb procedure. If one studies the healing movement of Christian Science, one sees that it has a very good method, but its practitioners seldom can explain it. See, they can't explain it. Same things going on with Christianity nowadays and majority of most religions. They can't explain it. They don't know how it works. They just know it works and they believe it works, right? Which can be a practical way to live life. Okay. Hold up. Occultism is the scientific basis of all of these movements and can explain the phenomena of these modes of experience and practice in that. Hold up. And practice in that its value lies. Let's read that again. Occultism is the scientific basis of all of these movements and can explain the phenomena of these different modes of experience and practice in that its value lies. Christian Science and New Thought do yield valuable fruits, but they give no explanation that a thinking person can accept. And yet they get their results. Do you not care and just want results? There you go. Therefore, find a basis and do not hold up. Therefore, find that basis. What the fuck? I gotta read it from here. Can I read it from here? It's gotta be basis. My print is like the word is cut out. I think it's basis though. It's gotta be basis. That's the only thing. Therefore, find that basis and do not away with the valuable results. I I maintain that in the esoteric doctrines, we get an explanation of so much in life that everybody would be richer for having them given. Life is a very different matter if we have a clue to its meaning. Life is a very different matter if we have a clue to its meaning. Without this, we are like leaves blown in the wind. And we do not, hold up, and we do not know where we are or where we are going. We are blind and wandering as best we may, groping our way with no guarantee that we do not fall over a precipice. Hold up. What the fuck is that? Precipice. Precipice. J Bodhill, where are you? Man, my chat must be froze. Precipice. Oh, so don't fall over your precipice. 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 Oh yeah. The fuck I'm gonna do without you, J Body? The fuck I'm gonna do without you? I don't know, nigga. Use a thesaurus, nigga. Hold up. Where the fuck are we at? I maintain that in the esoteric doctrines, we can get an explanation of so much in life that everybody would be richer for having given them. Life is a very different matter. We have a clue in its meaning. Without this, we are like leaves being blown in the wind. We do not know where we are or where we are going. We are blind and wandering as best as we may, groping our way with no guarantee that we will not fall over a precipice. But if we take the esoteric doctrines, then we see ourselves as part of the great whole, right? As part of a great whole. We see our place in nature. We see whence we have came, we see whence we have come and where we are going. And we see our relationship to the cosmos. And the whole of life opens up. The whole of life, y'all over here laugh like a Chris Dixon, what's happening, man? My man. Get a thesaurus, nigga. Fuck is you reading and you can't read? Fuck is you reading? You can't pronounce the words. We see our place in nature. We see whence we have come and where we are going, and we see our relationship to the cosmos, and the whole of life opens up to us. This is why I love this occult shit. It gives me the answers that I've had since a kid. These questions, these answers we've been asking since he was a kid. It ain't just shut up and believe. All you gotta do is believe. All you gotta do is believe. Yeah, but like, what's the principle of believing? What's the principle of knowing? Why does that matter that we just do that? There's principles that go behind these words, right? Like precipice is like a threshold or a cliff. You need to know. Maybe you don't need to know what precipice means, but there's an example, there's a word. And why is that important? You need to figure out the meaning of that, or believe and know in faith. You need to understand the principles behind these things and why they work. It's like some people just don't want to drive a car. They want to understand how a car works and why it works. That's an occultist. That is what exoscience is. I don't know why I haven't highlighted that, but she's saying that's what esoteric science can give. Hold up. That is what esoteric science can give, a very broad, profound, and practical application of occultism. My experience with many esoteric scientists is this: they make a sort of intellectual study of it. Hard, hard, Mercury, Hermetic path, but they do not apply it in practical problems. Uh-oh. Let's take it back. Are we not applying what we're learning? They are more or less engaged in research work and studying symbol systems, the Kabbalah, etc., but except as a mean for divination. These studies are for them no practical application to life. Moreover, these divinations are very spurious in the whole and tend to demoralize people's outlook on life. If something good or bad is going to happen to a person shortly, what good does it do to tell them so? But they can't find the explanation of things in an interpretation of life. But they can find the explanation of things in an interpretation of life. When we study the esoteric teachings of evolution, we see the tremendous vista opening up before us. And of course, the belief of reincarnation is implicit in occultism, as it is in thought. Hold up, check this out. And of course, the belief of reincarnation is implicit in occultism, as it is thought in as it is that in thought transference. There we have, I think, one of the most illuminating teachings that can possibly be given to the problems of life. What can any being do in one life? Listen, what can any being do in one life to earn either heaven or hell forever? What can you do in one life that you can get put in hell forever? Think about that. Or heaven. Surely the teaching of reincarnation is a more reasonable one. The going out and returning again and going out once more into incarnation for further experience. This is, to my mind, a very wonderful concept of for further a concept of existence. This, in my mind, is a very wonderful concept of existence. That behind us stretches a long chain of incarnations, some scars. We do not remember them because the memory chain is broken. But they are there. And the divine spark is the core of each one of us, round which experience has built up a whole. This constitutes the temperament and the capacities of each one of us. What does it take to have the capacity to understand this type of information? What type of life, what type of past experiences do you have to have? See what I'm saying? To be able to already conceive this information. It comes to you and you understand it. Not saying with no work, but easier than your average person. What capacity do you have to have? What connections have been made in the memory chain that she's talking about that you have to have? How, for lack of a better term, advanced do you have to have been, or how many incarnations do you have to have went through to be able to get to this point and talk about it publicly? Speak about it to your friends. I'm talking about y'all. Speak about it to people around you. Think about that. Think about that. Hey man, Bobby, man, hey man, Bobby butchering words never stopped me, fam. Getting the message. Got it. Facts though. Facts, J Bob here. You see, if I was too sensitive about that, oh man, I can't read that word. I ain't gonna get on YouTube and do it. I don't give a fuck. I understand it. And y'all real motherfuckers, y'all understand it as well. You see what I'm saying? And then I got fucking J Body. Fuck. You see what I'm saying? It's like, why not work with the forces around you that works? It's working. As long as the job gets done. I'm talking to that person that's sitting there thinking about, oh, should I do this? Should I do that? I don't want to look a fool. I don't want to look slow. I don't want to look, what's in it? You need to update your elementals. Them elementals is real fucking stubborn. You got it. Have that confidence in yourself. Get the knowing down packed. You need to be understanding and knowing. Damn, Curve, I got your ass in here. Curve must be working in some shit. Like real shit though. At least a few lifetimes. Been at least a few. Probably more than a few. That shit probably scare us, J by here. Nah, real shit though. Real shit though. Real shit though, bro. Cause like I can't help but want to learn. You know what I'm saying? It's just in me. I want to get this shit right, especially these words. But even better, the concept. You see what I'm saying? I know you do, J. Bye. I'm just speaking in general, just the concept in general. Some people just can't grasp the concept. Some people just can't grasp the concept, though. It's hard for some people to be able to grasp the concept. It's like, and you know, some people can read one word and get fucked up off one word. It's like, bro, if you finish reading the sentence, it's actually giving you context clues. So don't do yourself like that, y'all. I just here to tell you that. I be want to, but I need to finish Kabbalah and meditate on it. Then later I will incorporate it into my future works. See, you know what you gotta do, right? But I'm gonna tell you now, Curve, because I didn't heard you speak. Nigga, you got it. But okay. Nigga, you got it. But okay. But ain't nothing wrong with that. Nigga, I've been reading the Mystical Kabbalah for so goddamn how many months? I'm still reading that motherfucker. I talk to you though, Curve. You already understand it though. You see what I'm saying? I'm just now. But it's my first time reading it. Trav just put me up on it. I'm just now getting deep into the Vedas as well. See what I'm saying? But it's a memory. You know what I'm saying? This is a memory. So it just comes back on like that. Like, oh, I already know this shit. You already know the shit, bro. We have language because the Lord gifted us the ability to speak. Our existence. To speak our existence. So best to dial in our spelling. Feel? I feel. I feel. I feel that. See? Look. What are you talking about, Curve? What are you talking about, man? I talk to this like Curve, me and Curve on that level. We can talk like that. But what are you talking about, man? What are you talking about? Did y'all see this nigga on Trav Live last Thursday? You got this shit, bro. I ain't got no doubt in you. Yeah, you in your head too much. That's exactly what it is. When you're talking to somebody who's like that as well. Bro, I'm building my we'll chop it up, bro. But I'm building my library of correspondences as well, bro. And I'm telling you, it helps when we get to talking to people like this. Cause like I said, I've been into this occult shit for like what 10, 11 years, gonna be going into 11 years. All you're doing is connecting the dots. You see what I'm saying? See, here's the thing. There's people who haven't been in it for 10 and 11 years. So I can help them get to the point that I went through for all the mistakes that I've fucked up at and the misunderstandings that I've had. And Curve, you into this shit more than some. I don't know how long, how many years, but you've been into this shit longer than somebody else who's trying to figure this shit out has. That's all people need. Somebody who's a couple steps ahead of them or one step ahead, nigga. That's it. Have a minute. Telling y'all what I know. Telling you what I know. Let's see where we at on this page. I got to make it big on my screen so I can see, make sure it's catching up. See? Okay. That concept gives us okay. Hold up. Well, now we're talking about reincarnation, right? The divine spark is the core of each of us, round which experiences has built up a whole. This constitutes the temperaments and capacities of each one of us. That concept gives us a very deep philosophy of life. If the fortunes of life ain't blind hazard, then indeed we are most miserable. We just walk around here like a chicken with his head cut off. But if we see that the broad outlines of the spiritual experiences that life brings us are determined by our own soul, we shall begin to see how to take things. Then comes another question, the great esoteric doctrine of the invisible planes of existence. These teachings tell us that the five senses see or contact does not constitute the whole of existence. Your five senses is not the limit of existence. This esoteric science can confirm by means of the microscope, etc. But the occultist goes further and says there is a whole kingdom of mind and spirit as well, which you do not see with your physical senses. And these live the great forces which acute life and its circumstances, nigga. In it, you will find the key to conditions of life on the physical plane, and you will never find it anywhere else. Such people as Q are manipulating these invisible forces successfully. If we understand these conditions, we shall be free. We shall then be able to work with these forces and manipulate them ourselves. But we can manipulate them only within their definite limits. If you can only manipulate them within the principle, what's my other line? Refine your standards, lower your expectations. If anything works, refine your standards. So make sure you standing within the principle. Work out everything within their definite limits, right? You don't want to have some type of standards or principles that's you think of principles that they're actually not. There's some wild willy-nilly my truth shit. Christian Science sets no limits. We know what happens with no limits. Gebra or Gijula, Hased or Gijula overexpands. But if we watch the results they obtain, Christian Science sets no limits. But if we watch, check this out. But if we watch the results they obtain, we can see that there are limits. There are certain things you are wise not to meddle with. The occultist does not try to dominate nature. Check this out. The occultist does not try to dominate nature, but bring to himself into harmony with these great cosmic forces, with these great cosmic principles, with this cosmic P. Bring yourself in alignment with this cosmic P. This is what we own over here. We own cosmic P. This is why we SOP standing on principle. We standing on cosmic forces. We're not trying to dominate it. We just standing on it and getting the fuck on down up out of here and do it. You know what I'm saying? We gotta do what we gotta do in this manifested world, in this incarnation we live in now. Updating these motherfucking elementals and work with them, huh? You can see an illustration of this if you watch the famous barges pushing off when the tide is on the rum. They are taking advantage of their knowledge of the tides, and the river does the rest. So why would you go against the tide? Think about that. Why would you take a boat and go against the tide when you can work with the tide? That's what a lot of people do, though, right? With us in life, we should have the same knowledge and wisdom. We ought to understand these natural laws of the unseen. They are natural laws, and there is nothing spooky about them. There's nothing spooky about these natural laws or these cosmic principles. Nothing spooky about them. We can make life a very different thing if we do understand them. Of course, there are certain conditions we must accept, right? There's certain ramifications you got to work within. Now you can do about it. That are there, of course, there are certain conditions we must accept that are the fruits of karma, cause and effect, right? But I do not want you to take karma in the cruel way in which it is sometimes put forth. It is not a question of murder for murder. That if you steal from a person in this life, the same person will steal from you in the next. That elementary shit. It is not as simple as that. It means that something in your nature has got to be realized and changed so that you shall be in harmony. You hear that? It means that something in your nature has got to be realized and changed so that you shall be in harmony. As long as that particular factor is in your nature, it will precipitate or a similar sort of trouble in your life. In your life, errors of intentions. Deliberate wrongdoing are usually paid for in future lives. Hold up. I'm pretty sure some comments. I'm gonna come back to it. I ain't reading it yet, y'all. Hold up. Let's read that one more time. As long as that particular factor is in your nature, it will precipitate a similar sort of trouble in your life errors of intention. Errors of intention. Deliberate wrongdoing are usually paid for in the next lives. You may get away with it in this life. We have all seen the wicked flourish like a green bay tree, but the effect of that goes on. It is put down to your account. What's your credit score like? What's your spiritual credit score? 750, 650? Overdue payment? I mean, past due payments? Over the balance? And in due time, you have got to pay. But payment is always in spiritual values. You can learn that you have got to make certain adjustments. And when you have done this, the pressure eases up and you are free. Are y'all hearing that? Let me see. Check the comments. Check the comments. And we ain't got no comments. She ain't talking shit. Let's see. Yeah, hold on. So think about that, y'all. Think about that. Let me say pressure. Remember she saying pressure in the compound. Yeah, she said, what did she say? If she had one way to describe God, it would be pressure. See what I'm saying? Because once you look at the tree of life, Kether, is what she was talking about, is a condensed version of the inside of the Ain so far, right? It had to be compressed and pushed out, right? So this whole life is about pressure. So when we complain about what the European did and how they did this and destroyed this and done that, think about what if, because we see a system falling, right? What if that karmic shit is, I mean, people are already saying this, but I'm just saying, anyway, just to entertain it. That karmic shit is coming down now because they systems are falling. They fighting to keep it up. You see Donald Trump? They fighting to keep it up. They fighting to keep their shit up. But what's done is done. And this shit works in cycles, right? He said, read that last line one more time. Oh, shit. Hold up, I got you, Curb. Gotcha. What'd you say, Chris Dixon? It's done. It's done. We have all seen the wicked flourish like a green bay tree, but the effect of that goes on. It is put down into your account, and in due time, you have got to pay. But payment is always in spiritual values. You learn that you have got to make certain adjustments, and when you have done this, the pressure eases up. That's what she said, Curve. The pressure eases up, and you're free. So, point by point, we gain character and equilibrium. We win our freedom by learning the lessons life forces on us. Did you hear that? We win our freedom by learning the lesson life forces on us. And if we refuse, we become more and more drastic. They become more and more drastic. Prakriti putting that rod on you. Bina's putting that rod on you. That's what they saying. Yes. So remember when we read Outside the Circles of Time, we were talking about how Maya increases the pressure on your ass until your egg cracks. See, so now we understand when the egg is when pressure's been put upon the egg, that's the pressure. But when the egg cracks, ain't no more pressure. The pressure eases up once you understand you are Mayat. Once you understand you are Osiris, you are Shiva, you are Shakti. Why? Because that's when you understand the cosmic P. That's when you understand cosmic principle. So yes. So point by point, we gain character and equilibrium. We win our freedom by learning the lessons life forces on us. And if we refuse, they become more and more drastic. So if you're not paying attention to the causes and effects, if you're not paying attention, like you dealt with that type of woman before, and now you keep running to these type of women. You dealt with that type of man, keep running these type of men. You dealt with these type of money problems, you keep running to these type of money problems. You ain't paying attention, so it's going to get more drastic. When people have arrived at a certain degree of development, they are more sensitive and have more spiritual force, and their problems are more acute. My problems ain't that hard no more, bro. It that's why I say, like, we was on Travis. I'm like, bro, life actually gets easier once you understand and peep the patterns and understand and have this understanding of yourself and how you are everything around you, and you understand the principles. Life eases up on you, bro. It just does. Not like I said, it's not that you're not gonna go through shit, but you're gonna go through shit. The soul may have decided to go rapidly on and brings down in a concentrated form all the karma due. So what if some people's life are extremely hard because the soul is just saying, fuck it, let's just bring all the karma down in this lifetime and get this shit over with. Trouble seemed always to come down on this soul. And though an incarnation of trouble, the soul is purified. Check this out. Trouble always seems to come down on this soul. And through an incarnation of trouble, the soul is purified. Think about slavery. Think about slavery. Why did you have to go through that? So if we looking at, check this out, if we looking at slavery from this point of view, if we looking at racism, getting hung and lynched and all that from this point of view, did you go through a purifying of the soul? Did you as a people get jumbled into this group soul, right? And get pushed down here to handle a whole lot of karma in one fat whop of a span of a half many hundreds of years just to be purified? That don't sound like some trendy spiritual shit, do it? That don't sound like you chose that shit. You know, that sound like you chose that shit, but you don't want to say you chose that shit, do you? Hmm. There we go. Say hi, bye. Said that's why that listen band ritual is so important. Facts. Facts. Hold up. A single incarnation does not furnish us with a due, but leaves us with a sense of injustice. But if we see all our past lives stretching out, we see differently. We should look at things in the light of three lives. Uh-oh. We should look at things in the light of three lives. And we can achieve our purpose. And we can achieve our purpose in three lives as well, also, or two. We are making the conditions for our next life now. Though in the present, we have to take all or part of the karma left from our last one. Some people say surely one life is trying enough. But there is another way to look at it. If we avenge our troubles against the long aeons, if we average out our troubles against the long aeons of our lives, they take on a different proportion. A great sense of freedom comes to the soul when the actual realizations come. Hold on, what the fuck? A great sense of the freedom comes to the soul when the actual realization comes to the T. Why have I not highlighted that? How many out there understand that? How many of y'all actually experience that and know what that feels like? A sense of great freedom comes to the soul when actualization comes to the T. It's going on in that this incarnation is but an incident in its career. This incarnation is but an incident in this career, in the soul's career. We cannot give anybody that freedom by simply explaining the logical grounds, but a sudden realization of something that has been done before. And this causes a great alteration of life values. Talk to me, y'all. Because this has been my experience. This has been my experience. Oh, that type of realization that alters life values. If y'all follow me, y'all see the type of street shit a nigga come from to being a full-fledged own fucking occultist, bro. My life values, my principles have changed, bro. Drastically. Drastically. Let's read that last one again. A great sense of freedom comes to the soul when the actual realization that comes that com- comes that the T is going on, and that this incarnation is but an incident in its career. We cannot give anybody that freedom by simply explaining the logical grounds. So just by reading this book or just by telling you my story, it won't do it for you. You have to have your own realization. What did Panic always tell us about? Bob and them tell. What is Travis? Your realizations. Your realizations. Are you having realizations? Is what this shit is about. Are you having realizations? Not can you read the book perfect? You see what I'm saying? Not can I pronounce the word perfect. I'm saying this to everybody out there to listen. Listen. That's not what it's about. Can you read the books the best? That's not what this shit is about. It's about realizations. Are you having them in your personal life, in your dreams, in your meditations, in the way you carry out life? Are you having realizations? Again, if we inspect our lives' problems, we may find it maybe, hold up. And if we inspect our lives' problems, we may find it may be because we are working things out rapidly and developing fast. Did y'all think about that? Hold up, damn. I missed some shit. The soul got a career. Hopefully, I done got to pay rent. Oh, your ass paying rent, Curve. That's what you're doing right now. So that rent shit is some cosmic principle shit right there. And rent been going up for the last 5 years. JR has a bingo. A-Ross realization is initiation. Realization is initiation, y'all. This is what we talking about here. So she says, and if we inspect our lives problems, we may find if we inspect our lives problems, we may find it may be because we are working things out rapidly and developing fast. Did you think about that when you're having problems in your life? Doesn't that align with what we read in Outside the Circles of Time, where Mayat doubles the pressure on your ass? She don't lift up the suffering from you. She's not balancing you by lifting up the suffering. She's increasing the pressure. What does that mean? We are developing rapidly and fast. Fucking cosmic inflation, straight up. Interest rates high, rent high, gas price high. The cosmic inflation. God. See, hold up. Hold up. See, I don't neither, J by here. So I thought it was coming to like like how we said when like he did that shit up down to the T. Like to the T, like you did it to the top, like to the top tier, like you did it to the best, like it could be done. That's what I'm thinking. To realize that the T is going on. What if that T, because I was reading another book, like what if that T is represented as the hanged man? Or was it Mr. Kookaburra? Hmm. Okay, he said read it again. Hold up. I'll read it again. Peace zero, peace zero, peace, peace, peace. My fellow Cosmic Pete Pusher. All right, let's read it again. Let's see if y'all see. Some people say surely one life is trying enough. But there is another way to look at it. If we average out our troubles against the long aeons of all our lives, they take on a different proportion. A great sense of freedom comes to the soul when the actual realization comes that the T is going on. And this incarnation is but a incident in its career. I'm gonna tell you, J Ball Hill. You don't know, my friend. I don't know that the T is going on. Let's see if there's a glossary in this motherfucker. A glossary. Page 68 is what it say. There is an esoteric glossary, but I think yeah, I did just read it. God damn it, I lost my page. Yeah. So the sentence before I read the sentence before it and after it. So a great sense of freedom comes to the soul when the actual realization comes that the T is going on and that this incarnation is but a incident in his career. We cannot give anybody that freedom by simply explaining the logical grounds, but a sudden realization comes of something that has been before. And this causes a great alteration of life's values. Again, if we inspect our lives, problems, we may find it may be because we are working things out rapidly and developing fast. We say, this is the material condition that afflicts us. Therefore, we needed it. We must learn the lessons it came to give. We try to interpret the spiritual significance of this experience. Let us develop our souls by meditating on it. When the soul has acquired the quality damn, or learnt the lesson that is needed to learn, then the karmic burden is lifted. When people tackle their conditions by when people tackle their conditions, they do not change until the freedom is won. We think we would be happy if only certain things are changed. But no, the conditions are in ourselves. Let's highlight that. I'm gonna read y'all comments. Hold up. Only because she keeps using trouble along with what she's saying. Well, let's put it in there. A great sense of freedom comes to the soul when the actual realization comes that the trouble is going on. Okay, that makes sense. When you realize that the trouble is actually going on, that can make sense. So I think she means a T, like how girls be saying, "I got the T for something." You can't hold up. I got the T or something. You can't tell everyone. See, and that's what I was thinking when I was reading about. Like, man, come on now. I don't know, bro. Maybe curve. I don't think it was used that way at that time. That's what I'm saying. So I don't know, bro. So they just put trouble there. But we see this. What I'm saying. I understand. We missed it. I don't understand the word, but I think we all understand what the fuck she's saying in that sentence, though. Right? We all understand what she's saying in that sentence, though. Because that could be a typo. And I just went through the glossary. It's not in the glossary. It's nothing specific about T. Then the letter T, right? Is it even on the right page on the screen? I'm just reading straight from the book. That's what we actually at right here. All right. Here we go again, y'all. Let's finish this up. We are on page 8. Page 8. We 2 hours and 18 minutes in on page 8. Let's see. Hold up. We think, check this out, y'all. We think we will be happy if only certain things were changed. Only if I had more money. Only if my girl did this. Only if my man did that. Only if men did this. Only if Barack Obama would have won the presidency. Only if Trump wouldn't have won the presidency. Only if taxes wasn't as high. Only if rent was cheaper. We think we will be happy if only certain things would change. But no, the conditions are in ourselves. And the only in would only bring other similar conditions back. When I was working in a nerve clinic, we saw this happen over and over. The same son of trouble kept recurring in the same life. There was one woman who had been attacked by tramps 3 or 4 times in her life. This does not happen to everyone in the ordinary course of a thing. Or again, a woman may be continually falling under the power of a bully or being treated with cruelty. First a father, then a husband, and then in her work. Check this out. This is some shit you need to understand while you're going through shit, ladies and men and women. You need to understand why you're going through these things with these people, even in abusive relationships. Why? You got abused when you were a kid. You got abused by your father. You got abused. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about men and women. Because women abuse men too. I've seen it in my life. Whoo. I've seen it. Or again, a woman may be continually falling under the power of a bully and being treated with cruelty. First a father, then a husband, and then in her work. We see one particular form of trouble recurring again and again in one person's life. There must be something which determines the reoccurring experience. If most of us look back through our own lives, we can see this to some extent at least. There must be some prominent factor in our own makeup which draws from the invisible forces. The only way to deal with these is by changing your character by meditation, by building thought forms, or by deliberately destroying what we call thought forms, which are the channels of the undesirable things towards you. These are the practical applications of occultism, and we do not need to be adepts to apply these. We are making thought forms one way or the other all the time. Gems. Gems, gang. Where's y'all at? Hold up, let's see the chat. Zero says, I want to put this kind of analogy. It's like you are in a movie or TV series, and when you realize you are the movie itself and the screen, and even the electricity that is needed to watch the screen, it's all you. Realization, real deal realizations. That's true. That's why I say maybe it could be cause slang does recycle. Facts, right? I know what you're talking about back that the other sentence. In the movie itself is always played to story, but magic is the way to change the movie or channel. See, and she talked. I think it was before you came in, Zero. She talked about that how that pressure decreases on you. It lifts up off of you. You see what I'm saying? These are thought forms that we are building up. That's why I say take Travis Major's elemental course. I've gave my realization that I got from the course. Is very useful and appropriate. It's very useful and appropriate. And your average people are not looking like this. Everybody take me as I am. I ain't changing. You can't make me change. You can't come in a person's life and make them change. You're right. You can't make them change. You shouldn't be trying to make nobody change because they have to make the changes of their own. And it's their mind frame. It's the story that they're telling themselves. It's their belief system. And I'm not talking about Christianity, Muslim, or whatever. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about their belief system, their frame, their structure, and the way that they think, the way that they talk, the way that they view life. Everything is all fine and dandy when your credit score is good, your bills are paid, everybody around you is happy. What happens when you get into a situation? If you have not refined your standards, if you are not standing on principle, your ass is going to crumble. It's that simple. That's what she's talking about here. Let's read that again. There must be something that determines the reoccurring experiences. If most of us look back through our lives, we can see that there to this to some extent. There must be some prominent factor in our own makeup which draws from the invisible forces. The only way to deal with these is by changing your character by meditation, by building thought forms, or by deliberately destroying what we call the thought forms, which are the channels of the undesirable things towards you. These are the practical applications of occultism, and we do not need to be adepts to apply these. We are making thought forms one way or another all the time. This shit ain't scary. It's the psyche you dealing with here, man. Come on, brother. It's the psyche, brother. You got to change your mind. Be transformed by renewal of your mind. These are occult principles. These are occult principles. These are occult principles here we talking about. We not talking about no spookism shit. Show thought forms. It's the problem. It's not the world. It's your thought. The world doing what that bitch gonna do. Prakriti is a bad bitch. It's gonna do what it's gonna do. But based off of your attachment to your mind frame and your mindset and the shit you tell yourself every day that's fueled by emotion, that's what's showing up more predominantly in your life. Peace, Trav. Every person in your life is a reflection of you. Every circumstance is a reflection of your level of evolutions. We don't want to take that choice with Trav. And finally, I have the money to take in it. And it's thanks of him and you. They helped me a lot. Peace to you, bro. Peace to you. Peace to you, Zero. You got this shit, bro. I keep telling you, got it, bro. Salute to you, bro. You evolving. We evolving. Everything around me evolve. Zero. As you evolve, everything around you evolves. Because what did watch just say? Every person in your life is a reflection of you. Zero, you're a reflection of me, bro. I'm a reflection of you. Every circumstance is a reflection of your level of evolution. T.O. T.O. Peace, bro. Stand on motherfucking principle. You a blessing as well, bro. You a blessing as well, bro. For real, bro. You don't understand. Like, when we doing shit like this, when we see people getting it and having breakthroughs and having realizations in their life, that's evolving us as well, because we're learning shit as well. So as you do it, you're gonna evolve people in your life, bro. Appreciate you, Chris Dixon. Appreciate you, bro. This is the real life shit here. This occult shit ain't that goddamn spooky and scary. Especially on the surface level. We ain't even got into deep shit yet. We just on page 9. God damn. There you go. But check this out. What she say next? Our thoughts not only influence us, they form channels of ingress and attract the corresponding forces in the cosmos itself. You always pulling from the cosmos. You always pulling from the cosmos, bro. If you surround yourself with hate thoughts, you will be attracting a son of the cosmic hate to yourself. The occultist has a system. The occultist has a system of labeling these forces. He works with all of these things. He works all of these things out. We have such a system in the Kabbalistic tree of life, and the beliefs underlying it can be very valuable, in life. They teach the tremendous power of the mind and the strict limits in which it works, with which we can do so much. Tune in to Trav Page. He's reading Mystical Kabbalah again. It's the mind of God. I told you, once I start tapping into it at a whole nother level, open the fuck up. It's like, oh shit. My library of correspondence is expanded. Then my understanding expanded. This is the mind of God that you are and that you exist in. Everything exists in the mind of God, and you are the agent carrying out God's work. And that's P. That's cosmic P. Stand on it, because I do. These doctrines should leaven thought more and more. The Theosophical Society has done a big work in this way, but its appeal has been chiefly to the unorthodox and the rebel. This is a great loss because these teachings should be and can be presented in such a way that they do not estrange the trained mind, which in pure science is indispensable. Modern physics is coming completely round to the occult teachings. The things that Blavatsky said and was laughed to scorn for are now becoming a matter of pure physics. There are great applications of these things which must be made. They should be applied to sociology. My bad. They should be applied to sociology, to the administration of the prisons, in the asylums, where the thought forms set up reinfect people unless we neutralize them. Drop that in the comments, J. Ball Hill. We can consider its practical applications to medicine, of which it has the only real keys. If you deal with man as body only, it is very unsatisfactory. Equally, if we take the orthodox view and deal with man as spirit only, we are not doing him justice. Auto intoxication and sin are different. Man is a fourfold being, and you must deal with him as such. Hold up, let's read what J House said. Damn, it was a typo. Because it didn't make sense. It's a typo. It's supposed to say the I in quotes like that. So let's go back and read that. A great sense of freedom comes to the soul when the actual realization comes that the I is going on, and that the incarnation is but an incident in this career. Did that sound right to y'all? She just said in that paragraph that we are reading, man is a fourfold being, and you must deal with him as such. You must discern on which level the trouble originates. See, when you're dealing with your problems, your life problems, you have to go upon the planes. Like let's deal with this. Dealing with the tree of life. You got Atsaluf, you got the Briatic, you got the Yetzirah, and you got the Asaya, the plane of Asaya. So you got the mental plane, then you got the mental plane, then you got the goddamn, you got the causal plane, then you got the mental plane, then you got this not the spiritual plane, but the astral plane, and then you got the physical plane. Man is a four. That's a hint. She's talking about the four. Man is a fourfold being. Man is a fourfold being. Man is a four elemental conglomerate, dealing with the four elements as well. And as we know, when you hear the four, there is always a hidden fifth. So let's think about that. You got to figure out what plane this shit exists upon. The Absolute, the Briatic, the Absolute, the causal plane, some shit you probably won't be able to change. The Briatic plane, the archetypal plane, the archetypes, the astral plane, dealing with the emotions, where the emotions is the actual substance of that plane, then you're dealing with the physical plane. It's going to be harder to change on the physical plane. You don't just change shit by going through the physical plane. You have to start on these other planes and work your way down. It has to it has to flood over into this plane. We have become so indoctrinated, right? That we try to figure everything out on the physical. J-Ball has said that made sense. I know you're talking about what we said T is supposed to be an I. You said I'm typoing as I'm helping out was as you helping out. See? So we can't even blame the folks that rewrote the book or reprinted the book, right? Because we do it as well. The life forces of the spiritual levels are the real keys. The whole problem. Hold up, hold up. The life forces of the spiritual level are the real keys to the whole problem. The life forces are the spiritual keys, are the real keys to the whole problem. And these life forces are translated through the intellect and the understanding and brought down the planes. So it's brought down the planes and then translated into the intellectual phase, right? These are some of the esoteric teachings by which anyone can profit. I think the great need of occult secrecy is mainly past. I think the great need of occult secrecy is mainly past, but some is still necessary. Why? Partially because a group mind, listen, partially because, well, man, partially because a group mind is necessary for some forms of practical occultism. And this has to be conserved and not dissipated, as is done if a thing is common property and knowledge, and also to safeguard individuals against popular prejudice. Madam David Neal, in her books about Tibet, has told us that there is no secrecy about the teachings of the lamas and the inner wisdom there. The things that are kept secret are the practical methods of training their students. The things that are kept secret are the practical methods of training their students. So you mad when somebody is not, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, you sure did, Trav. You sure did. Madam David Neal, and I heard because man, I told you I was at the sticking and moving in the streets, so I couldn't do no typing. But I heard you, and I heard somebody actually broke down Madam David Neal. Like David Neal is her last name or something, right? Somebody said like that's her last name or something. She She herself in her books has given out many teachings which are important keys to the understandings of many occult doctrines. There are no mysteries about the teachings, but only about the practical methods with which people could do harm. So we see that practical work of occultism can be done only by trained minds and requires a high degree of training. But the principles can be most valuable. And the more these are given out, the better. Do you hear that? But the principles can be most valuable. The principles can be most valuable. And the more these are given out, the better. Why do you think I'm over here pushing Cosmic P? Why do you think Trav is pushing Cosmic P? Why do you think Bobby? Why do you think Panic was talking about the principles? A lot of people try to adapt their exact words and run with them as law. Those are their words and the way that they interpret it. But if you have an occult mind, you can look behind what everybody's saying and pick up upon the principle. Stop looking at people for fucking entertainment. This shit is not entertainment. I mean, do without will, right? This shit ain't entertainment. These are real deal principles that's gonna carry out through the universe, lifetime after lifetime. You get in the mindset that you need to have the right structure, not just to get money, not just to get love, but to evolve. Get that soul on up there. You know, Mr. and Miss, I don't want to come back. This is what these principles are talking about. Let me check the comments. It was by hand curves. By hand curves. See what I'm saying? Y'all came in with it. Right. It's your birthright. And can't nobody ever take it from you, bro. I have to look into a book. As a facts. SOP. Standing on principle. That's the last. That last line is the essence of Hokmah. Let's read that again. Oh shit, the begetter. Oh, hold up. Oh, we talking about Hokmah. Yeah, the begetter, right? So we see that the practical work of occultism can be done only by trained minds and requires a higher degree of training. But the principles can be the most valuable. And the more these are given out, the better. The essence of Hokmah. That's principle. And it's 11:11. Curve say SOP, motherfucker. Hey, me too. Me too, J by here. Straight up. Big blessings. That's what I'm saying, bro. Everything around me evolves. Everything around y'all evolves. It has no choice. It's the principle. It's the motherfucking principle, nigga. Tell me, hold up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How y'all feel? Y'all want to go? Another? It's gonna at least take another hour to read chapter 3, which is dealing with the group mind. Let me know, because we can run it next Sunday, y'all. And I'm gonna try to run through it. Fuck it, ain't no try. This shit is real shit. If I get 3 people in the comments tell me hey or nay, we'll run with what's going on. At least 3, at least 4. Now I need 4. No, you never know. You never know. We might be. We got one that's saying he down. You probably ain't pull up at the ledge. You probably pull up at the right point. So let me know. We got one. We got one vote that says he down. I love this shit. I do another album. We can go tap into the group mind. Cause she finna get into some group mind shit. Damn, I just seen number 17 again. Let's write that down. Come on, we got 13 people in the comments. Okay, we got 2. We got 2. we got 2 against 1. We got 2 against 1. I must have hit my back. Got 2 against 1. What y'all want to do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.5 pages. Oh, we got 2 against 2, y'all. It's even. 2 say yay, 2 say nay. After this, he got still another 2-3 hours of Kabbalah. No, he said I got to tuck the baby mama in. He finna go to work. He finna take her to pound time. Finna take her to pound time. All right, so this is what we'll do, y'all. This is what we'll do. Next Sunday, y'all need to be here. We're gonna do chapter 3. We're gonna do chapter 3. And 1. Oh yeah, because chapter 4 was just literally 2 pages, psychology of the ritual. One, two. Yeah, the chapter is actually pretty short though. Yeah, Curry said he did 11 hours of Kabbalah yesterday. Tap in. Tap in. That's what I'm talking about, bro. You got it in you. That's what I'm talking about. So don't even trip when it's time. Don't even trip. Put that shit out there. So, all right, y'all. I ain't finna leave yet, but we just finna, I guess we just chop it up, end it out. You know. Let's see here. Let's see here. Like I told y'all, you know, I know I used to rap, and I got my homeboy had bought some beats from this beat years old. He gave it to me and I own it so I can play this shit while we on live. YouTube can't flag me. Chris Dick say he'll be here. But yeah, y'all, so today we bought Cosmic Principles. We dealt with the occult way. And we dealt with practical applications of occultism. What is that saying? We understood what the occult is. We understood the applications of occultism. And the first one she said you can use without being an initiate is what? The restructuring of your mental frame. See, I ain't never heard you speak, J Ball Hill. So if Trav telling you, you know what time it is. Peace, Chris Dixon. Peace, bro. Thank you for coming through and showing love and sticking around with us, man. Appreciate you, man. You have a good week as well. So as y'all already know, man, we'll be back next Sunday for our Occult Sunday service, right? Finishing up chapter 3, 4, and 5. We probably get through 6 because all them chapters like 2 pages, 3 pages max. We'll get through them next Sunday, man. If you ain't here, hit that like button, that comment, subscribe button, that notification bell button, all that. Long live my nigga Truth, man. Wow. When I heard this beat, I had to get it from him. Long live my nigga Truth, man. Ha. We out as always. No obstacles will apprehend you. Prosper over pain. Make sure y'all standing on principle and pushing Cosmic P this whole week. Y'all know how we get down. See y'all.